our first glance at the Salton Sea. It's up in front of us to the left. We're finally here. Hello, I'm Scotty.
Hey, I'm Melinda, and we are Simple Life Big Adventures.
We have finally made it to the Salton Sea.
This was our ultimate destination on this road trip.
Here to the American Southwest, Arizona, and
California.
Eastern California.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at now. We're at the Salton Sea. And a little bit of history about the Salton Sea was it was a man-made lake. And it was also a man-made ecological disaster. I guess in the 1800s, they built a canal from the Colorado River to this basin out here. This used to be a dried up basin, and they mined salt out of it. Well, they built a canal for agriculture purposes. And in 1908, there was a lot of floods. So much that the canals were overran and water just
filling up the basin.
Water just poured in this basin. Yeah.
I think we're at minus 234 feet below sea level here.
Yes, way below sea level. Now the lake itself is what, 33 miles long?
33 miles long, 13 miles wide at the widest, I think.
And on average 20 feet deep?
Yep.
Maximum depth is 48.
48 feet deep. Yes. Yeah.
So the problem is the Salton Sea is disappearing. More water is evaporating than what is flowing into it, and they're taking out more and more water from the Colorado River for agriculture purposes.
This place is surrounded with it looks like nurseries. We have seen orange trees, we have seen lemon trees.
Yes.
We've seen palm trees. It looks like the palm trees are being grown for, resort purposes, to have full-grown palm trees.
But there's a lot of agriculture in this area.
Yes.
If you look at it on maps, Google Maps, it's amazing how much agriculture is in the middle of the desert here.
Yeah.
But so it is slowly disappearing, and we're here to see it before it goes away, unless they can come up with some way to save it. And they are working on it. They've been working on it for at least 30 years on how to save the Salton Sea, and they've not come up with a answer to the problem yet.
Right.
Oh, there we go. See, I can see it mine. All right, I just picked up a handful of dead barnacles, and what has happened is, I guess barnacles do not have any natural predators, so when they die off, their skeletal remains wash up on shore.
Yep. And fish bones. This is made up of fish bones and barnacles.
Yes, there's often fish kills, and they wash up on shore and just deteriorate here on the shore.
If you had smell-o-vision, there is a smell here. It's not unbearable. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where it's bad, but
I think of when there's fish kills, it's even worse.
Yeah. It is mostly made up of tilapia.
Yes.
Is that what we saw? So there's a lot of tilapia
because
fishing that goes on here.
Salty, only tilapia can survive here. Now the sandy beach you see here is really not sand. It's just crushed up barnacles.
Fish bones and barnacles is what you see.
Now in the 50s, this used to be a great tourist destination, right?
Yes. And in the 1950s, it was the second most visited state park in California. Even more visitors than would go to see Yosemite.
Yes.
We read in the visitor center that they would back up for hours, line up for hours on Highway 111 out here just to get in to camp and boat on the Salton Sea.
The boat ramp was 15 spaces wide.
Yeah.
That's how many people launched their boats here.
Huge boat ramp.
But now they've opted to go to the Colorado River now. They don't boat here a whole lot anymore because it is so salty. It's twice as salty as the ocean, but not nearly as salty as Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake. Now what has happened is it's got saltier, and the fish kills have run a lot of people off. And then in the 70s, there was great floods, and during those floods, it destroyed a lot of the infrastructure in the area. So it it has died since then.
It killed off the tourism and it never picked back up.
People are afraid to swim in the water because it does have an odor. There are a lot of fish kills and all the barnacles. It's not very
appealing.
Exactly, that's the perfect word. But it is a beautiful place, and I am glad we've come to visit.
I hate that I disturbed them though. I'm gonna stop because they're all the way around that edge.
Okay, as you can see behind us, there are many birds, and we've discovered that as many as 4 million birds visit the Salton Sea a day. So it's pretty amazing. So if this all dries up, where are the birds gonna go? We don't know.
All right, here at Salton Sea, they offer, what do you say, 20 pull-through sites here. Camping sites look very nice. You've got sewer hookup, and you've got water hookup and 30 amp service, picnic table, and a grill. Got a grill over there, and nice paved pull-through sites if you want to come visit the Salton Sea.